Collective impact is a way of working. It's a framework, and this one has come out of academia, but it's also come out of a community development space. Collective impact came to Tahi via the Te Pou Matakana, the Whānau Water Commissioning Agency at the time, and it was a new way of working which they had come across and then had come out to our whānau water providers to say, hey, are you interested in doing this? We said sure. We really didn't know what it was and went on a bit of a learning journey together quite quickly. We often talk about our journey in collective impact as flying the plane as we're building it. I think the biggest learning curve we've had is in the shared measurement and the growth of our data space and the relevance of that. It's been a massive learning curve for us as an organisation, and we've watched our data people grow. And from that, we've been able to achieve work and understand data much better, but also we've been able to lead initiatives that changes the way we do data. We're looking for positive outcomes, we're looking for positive information. It's not all just about the deficit.
John Tamahere, he definitely saw that there was something that could be brought here that could be aligned with also our Te Ao Māori view and be used to really propel us forward in a cohesive way and make gains in the longer term. Using collective impact alongside of the whānau water outcomes has been able to make sure that it's aligned to a Te Ao Māori view and Te Ao Māori paradigm, so that we're not simply taking something that has been developed overseas. It's important that we make these things our own, that we utilise the gifts that we have as Māori. The methodology of collective impact is a long-term approach, and it can change the fabric of how communities approach different situations and how you get longer-term change occurring. I don't know that sometimes we are well placed for that because we have this ridiculous 3-year cycle, and politics sometimes adds a lot of dimensions to how much time you can give something.
For me, there's a real synergy with collective impact and Te Ao Māori in our reflective processes and our ways of making sense of the world and how to work together with multiple parties in whānau. Te Tihi o Rehini Whānau Water Alliance has taken us as a collective of partners to understand the methodology. They've made us stick to the script, so that's fundamental to the success of collective impact. Reflecting back, I've seen other times where great ideas and approaches have been appropriated and not been authentic in how they've been applied. And more recently, in my experience as a DHB, co-design was one of those catch approaches where we might go out saying we're co-designing, we have a conversation with the community group, and that's been our co-design. We didn't follow the loop back and then test what it is we thought we heard. We didn't go back and then re-examine, have we actually addressed the shared challenge we were hoping to address. That's shown me that if we don't stick to the kaupapa, the success of the kaupapa is going to be flawed.
Collective impact is different from working collectively or different from traditional collaborations because it's actually a more systematic way of collaborating. I think a lot of us have been part of collaborations, initial collaborations, where you might meet and discuss a topic, but sometimes at the end of that hui, it's kind of, a little bit like, yeah, I know that's really important. I'll get one of my guys to give you a call and we can start working on this together. And whether that happens or not, who knows? But with collective impacts, you can be sure that it's going to happen. I think another reason why collective impact is so powerful is because it's a fair system. Everybody has the same mana at that table. Just because I work for the New Zealand Police, one of the biggest organisations in government, doesn't mean I get the biggest say at the table. You could be the smallest organisation, but you have the same voice that everybody else does at that table.
No one organisation or entity or intervention can achieve change on the scale that we require it to. That we need to stop working in silos and that working together is actually what underpins the change that's achieved through collective impact. We have to work together to achieve change, to achieve better outcomes for whānau.
Every collective impact initiative forum that I have ever been a part of has always made, at the end of the day, my own work easier. Yes, you need to be able to have time to move that collaboration forward, but far out, the outcomes that you get from working in that framework are massive. Not only for me as a police officer and the New Zealand Police, but also for whānau and communities. It's a game changer.